in your purpose, baby. Walk in your purpose. Walk in your purpose, baby. Walk in your purpose.
When I'm walking in my purpose, move, get out the way. When she walking in her purpose, move, get out the way. When he walking in his purpose, move, get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Her back a 2-2. It said right division.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So if you're new, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like this video even though you haven't watched it yet, but go ahead and like it. And if you're returning, hey friend, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see in the description or title, I don't know why I always say description, it's not a description, it's a title, but anyway, as you can see in the title, we'll be talking about my Make-A-Wish Foundation trip. It was, I don't know, I never thought to talk about it, but I feel like I should. But before we get started, I'm going to do two things. You guys know I love to support my friends, my family, anybody that's close to me. So I'm going to do a couple of shout outs first. The first thing that I'm going to shout out are these lashes. Can you really see? I don't think y'all can really see. Can you see? Okay, so we're going to shout out these lashes. These are Binks Luxe lashes. My aunt has her own lash line, and these are the magnetic lashes. I don't know if y'all have ever used those before, but here's the box that it comes in, and her name on Facebook is Veranda White, so you can follow her and get yourself a pair. And in the box it comes with these Q-tips, and then it'll come in something like this. This is the eyeliner, and these are the lashes. You just put the magnetic liquid liner. Why is that so hard to say? On your top lash, and then you just stick them on and they stay. So I'll make sure I put that in the description box below where you can find that at, and you know, order from her. And then I want to shout out my shirt. I know y'all like this shirt, so I'm backing on that. Yeah, so this is one of my close friends, more like a sister. So this is the Michelle L. Rawlings Legacy Foundation, and she sent me something. I'm just going to read it really quick, a little bit about what the foundation is. So it was created to honor Michelle Rawlings, rest in heaven to you, my love, who lost her life to domestic violence. The foundation's goal is to spread mental health awareness throughout the community, as well as giving back to the community, as they have already given their first scholarship of $500 to an upcoming VCU Bio pre-med student who Michelle mentored. Michelle played basketball and she mentored her. The foundation's goal is to continue giving back to the community through forms of donations to women and children battered shelters at this time. Once we are in the clear from COVID, they will begin their community service. And then if you want to stay informed, the Facebook business page is the Michelle L. Rawlings Legacy Foundation. GoFundMe is listed on the business page, but it can be located through the GoFundMe website by the name the Michelle L. Rawlings Legacy Foundation. If you guys want to support, which I pray that you do, this is the Michelle L. Rawlings Legacy Foundation t-shirt, and you can hit up my girl Nicole and her family, Michelle's family. They'll all be more than happy to assist you guys. All right, y'all, let's get into the video. What's up? Okay, so don't forget to subscribe, y'all. I can tell you again. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about my Make-A-Wish Foundation trip. This trip, okay, first of all, this trip was really amazing for me and my family, because as many of you know, if you don't know, my mom, she was a single mom. She raised me and my other siblings. And when I think I was probably 18. I was 18 at the time, because I had went to the doctor's office and they were like, would you be interested in the Make-A-Wish Foundation? And I had heard about it, but I didn't know that cystic fibrosis fell underneath that category. So I'm just kind of like, okay, sure, like we can try it out, we can see. I didn't really feel like it was going to be a thing for real, if I be completely honest. So we went ahead, we went through with the paperwork and stuff like that, and then they wound up calling me, and so I'm like, okay, what does this entail? So they're like, you can want to meet a celebrity. At the time I was in love with Chris Brown, so I was like, maybe I should meet Chris Brown. But then they had told me, just because you request a celebrity, that doesn't mean that they'll be available to come or whatever like that. So I was like, okay, cool, you know, whatever it is, what it is. So then I'm thinking, and I was like, well, maybe me and my family could go on like a family trip. So we wound up going to Disney World, and of course it's probably like, Disney World? Yes, we went to Disney World. So I remember it like it was yesterday. So we went through with all the paperwork. They allowed me to take up to 6 people. So at the time, a girl that I was good friends with, I wanted her to go, but you had to be 18 or older if you weren't a family member to go, I guess for liability issues maybe. So it wound up being me, my mom, my 4 siblings, and then my cousin, Aunt Tasha. We all went. So she lives in Baltimore. I don't remember if she, okay, I don't remember if she was with us at the house, if she left with us, but I just remember that she went with us. So we packed all our stuff the night before. I was so excited. And the reason why I had up until 19 basically to do this trip. So I was 18, and I remember they was like, well, you have to do it soon because you're gonna be 19. So I was like, okay. So the night before, we packed our stuff. We were so excited, and they picked us up because I live in Richmond, Virginia. So they picked us up from the house in a limo, which I was like, y'all doing a lot. But now at 26, I'm like, wow, your girl is living the luxury life for this 7 days, 6 nights. I think that's what it was. So anyway, so they picked us up. They drove us to the airport, which was only like not even 15 minutes from my house. And then we got there, and then we went, you know, we went through the terminal. We turned in all of our, you know, checked in our bags. Y'all travel, y'all know how I go. Check in your bags, all of that stuff. So we wound up getting on our flight. We had a layover in Atlanta. I remember because when we got on the flight to leave for Richmond, it was something going on with the lady on the plane. I don't know if she was having a panic attack or what was going on, but that wound up holding up our flight. We was already on the flight, but it wound up holding us for like 25 to 30 minutes. So we get to Atlanta, we get to the airport in Atlanta, and we wound up missing our flight. Because if you've ever been to Atlanta's airport, you know that airport is huge. So we're like running, and you know, I got a lung disease, like we're not in the best shape anyway. So we like trying to run through the airport. Soon as we got to the to our gate, the terminal, it was closed, which really was like, dang. So at this time we're like, what? And during this time, I don't remember what time of year it was, but I think it may have been in the summer, because we're like, okay, we need, like, can y'all put us on a flight? And they're like, well, we don't have any flights until like days out. Like we can't put y'all on the flight. So I'm like, okay, you can't put us on the flight. What are we gonna do? So my mom wound up calling the lady at the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Okay, first I gotta backtrack a little bit. So the night before we went on our trip, people from the Make-A-Wish Foundation came, and I think they bought us like cake and stuff to just celebrate my wish coming true. So I wanted to throw that in there. But anyway, so my mom called the lady from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I don't remember her name. I really wish I did. And she wound up getting us a flight the same day. Now we had to split up. I think it was me, my aunt, and my 2 brothers on one flight, and then I think it was my mom and my sister on another flight. But we wound up getting there like around the same time. It was probably like a 30-minute difference. So we get there. Once we finally get to Orlando, did I say Florida, or did I say, I don't remember what I said. But once we finally got to Orlando, we got off of the plane. It was somebody waiting with a sign with my name on it, Superstar Ray, period. No, it was just Rayshawn on there, Rayshawn Jones. So we went to them. They picked us up, drove us to our resort, which was Give Kids the World Villa. Give Kids the World, I think that's what it was. So we got there. We had to, you know, check in and everything. But when we pulled up, it was like a house. If you've ever been to like a resort, that it looked like a neighborhood. It looked like it was just a neighborhood, and they just turned it into like some type of, you know, resort or whatever. So we went in, we checked in, and when I pulled up to the resort or our villa, my name was on it. It was like, welcome Rayshawn, and I was like, what's up? I wasn't even about to turn up, because first of all, I was only 18, so I don't know why I'm doing all of that. But yeah, so We went, we had to do some type of check-in. They gave us passes to every park, Universal Studios, was it Epcot, SeaWorld. They gave us passes to every resort. They gave us fast passes, so we got to get at the front of every line. Any line that offered like fast pass, we got to do the fast pass, and it was for me and my family. Keep in mind, like I said, this was 7 days, 6 nights, flight, resort, theme parks, fast pass, and they also gave us like they gave my mom some type of card with like money on it. So everything was covered, y'all. When I tell y'all, it was amazing. I don't know why I never thought to talk about this, but when I'm looking back, I wish I would have appreciated more, because imagine somebody call you and your girls or your homeboys and they like, what's up, we want to fly y'all out for 7 days, all of y'all have to pay for nothing, y'all don't need money for anything. I'm gonna be gone. COVID get out the way, I'm out of here. So I feel like at 26, I just appreciate it so much, because we had such a good time. And we didn't get to go to SeaWorld, which I was very, very sad about, because I think we went to all the other theme parks. But you know, when you go to a theme park, it's like an all-day thing. Like, even though we have the fast passes, but it's like by the time you get up, eat breakfast, and do all of that stuff, you go to the theme park, you're gonna be there all day. Oh, and we also had a rental car. They also paid for our rental car for the stay there. It was food places on the resort that we got to eat at for free, breakfast, lunch. They also had an ice cream place, so we could go in and get as much free ice cream as we wanted. It was just amazing. We had such a good time. Everything was included. We didn't have to pay for anything. Now, of course, my mom wound up spending her own money, because it's like they gave us a card with money on it, but it wasn't like it was like thousands of dollars. It was probably like $500 or something like that, which, I mean, if you stay under the resort where everything is included, you don't have to put gas in the rental, you don't have to pay for the rental, you don't have to pay for anything, that's still very good, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, my mom, she wound up buying some stuff that we needed while we was there. But it was just such an amazing time. Oh, and also at Give Kids the World Villa or Village, I can't remember if it's Villa or Village, but every day when we left out to like go to the resort, go to the amusement parks, they left me a gift in the room. So it may have been board games, and it was fresh. It wasn't like hand-me-downs. Like, it may have been board games, it may have been a teddy bear. Yeah, it was so amazing. And then also they gave us this little thing for when we were at the theme park, where we could take as many pictures as we wanted. And like I said, at this age, I would have really took advantage of it, because when I was younger, I didn't really like taking pictures and doing all of that stuff. I'm like, look, I don't want to take no pictures, just leave me alone. But maybe if I can find a picture, I'll insert a clip of me being there. Because I remember I took one picture in front of Magic Kingdom, and I was like, I think I was like this or something, but it was like from the back, and you could see like the back of me and like the castle behind me. But y'all, it was so amazing. It was just so amazing. And for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, for them to do this, where, you know, I know someone, and she said that her no, I may be wrong, but it was something extravagant like this. Like, one of her kids went to like Africa or something like that. But you know, when I was younger, I was just thinking, me and my family have never been on a trip, because my mom was a single mom and she couldn't afford it. You know, she couldn't afford it. She's taking care of us. She's doing her thing. So I said, I want my family to go on the trip. And that's what we did, thanks to Make-A-Wish, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, because it is so awesome. So that's why when I see kids and they're going on, Make-A-Wish is granting them these wishes, it's just so amazing. Because y'all, I was really shook. For us to not have to pay for nothing, I'm like, what? not have to pay for nothing. Y'all doing it up. But yeah, and you know how somebody will sell you a dream and you like, y'all gonna pay for 7 days, 6 nights, flight, resort, all of that. Y'all lying. I don't believe nothing about it. But they really did. Like they did what they said that they were gonna do. And like I said, the day before the trip, they came to my house. They threw me like a little congratulations, your wish came true party, and it was just so beautiful. But yeah, so that's my experience. I really just look back and it just makes me smile. It just makes me happy that I got to experience that. Because like I said, growing up with CF, I already knew I had CF, but I never felt like it was that big of a deal because I was just living with it. So for them to grant me this wish, it was like, job well done, Make-A-Wish Foundation. But yeah, so that's my Make-A-Wish story. Yeah, so Make-A-Wish Foundation, Google them if you've never heard of them, and just look it up, and just you can see. Even if you're YouTube, I'm pretty sure, I've never looked it up on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure they have stories on YouTube about that trip. So yeah, that's my Make-A-Wish story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you like this video, give me a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I have more content coming up next. Thanks friends, I appreciate y'all coming back. Bye.